You've probably been drawing comics, but failed school because you did it in class. You've probably been reading other popular comics and became inspired to do the same exact thing, but still failed school because you also did that in class. And that means you need to send your silly comic ideas out to become internet famous. And I'm here to help you, buddy. Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm here to teach you how to make a freaking webcomic. Now, first of all, you're going to need to decide how you're going to draw these comics. You think you could just draw and post stuff to the internet right away? Yeah, you actually can. Making digital art is one way to draw on the computer. You can get some prettier artwork made much faster. And the process to do it is super easy to know.
Go pay hundreds of dollars for a laptop or computer. Pay over $100 for a crappy tablet. Spend $20 a month on Photoshop. Here's the canvas to draw, the layers, the menu, pretty colors, panels, and here's a toolbar with the brush, pencil selection, rectangle, lasso, craft tool, magic wand,
and all that stuff is just for beginners. But what if you can't afford anything or the whole thing is just too complex to draw? Well, you can also try drawing on paper. It's way cheaper to make and you can just take a picture of it on your smartphone or camera. Unless you have to pay for the smartphone and camera. I guess it's a lose-lose situation. It's also way easier to learn to draw on paper. But I've got to warn you, once you started drawing on paper, you cannot undo it. Ever. So you have to make sure you're precise when drawing. Alright, let's just paint this drawing very carefully. Now that you know how you're going to draw, it's time to make your own characters. Now let's be honest, you and everyone else isn't very creative when drawing characters. Most people would just take out a normal animal, a stick figure, or a bubble character, put it in their comments, and call it original. So do it! And if anyone in the future thinks that your art style or characters are unoriginal or complete ripoffs, then just slap a piece of clothing on or color it differently and everything will be alright. So you have your characters all ready and set up. Now you're probably thinking,
but Joe, what should my comics be about?
Well, Mr. Puppet, there are many things your comic should be about. The one thing that should always be on every comic, it's something really stupid. Like, really stupid. People love others doing something stupid or something that is stupid. And those type of comics are always successful. Or you could just post a bunch of memes, which are also pretty stupid. So you're all ready and finished with your comics. But hold on, buddy. We ain't gonna post that stuff. There's no point of having a webcomic if no one can read or find yours. And what's a better place to post on than
social media?
There are way too many websites to post on, so just join Instagram like everyone else. I mean, you could try using Twitter. No, seriously, you could try if you want. Alright, so you've got your webcomics posted up and you're uploading frequently. But uh-oh, looks like your webcomic just failed miserably. Welcome to the graveyard, buddy. But don't give up, because you only forgot the number one thing that the internet always favors the most. Hashtags! Every day on the internet, a new trend forms and people always use hashtags to join the fame train. And you should too. Type up as many hashtags as you can and make sure it all describes your comic. This should at least give you some exposure. It might be hard to get a lot, but at least you'll gain way more followers because you're fitting in like everyone else. And if all else fails, whether you gave up getting some fame or hated the webcomics you made or never was able to draw any comics, then just set up an account dedicated to webcomics. All you need to do is steal a bunch of other popular webcomics from other people and post it to your account. These get huge followers real easily. If other webcomic artists catch you, just say to them that you're helping them out by giving them some exposure. Webcomics are the comedy of art, and they're always fun to make, while at the same time, you're just doing it for the fame. But now my useful knowledge has been passed down to you. So go out there and make me proud, child. And please look at my webcomic.